All right, we're back. Hello. Wait, hello. Um, you know what day it is? It's in the title. Yeah. So I started working on this about an hour 15 ago, at 9:35. So it's about an hour 20. Um, I mean, all I've really done so far was just like the elevation, honestly. Like I did a little bit of work on the pit lane. I'll get back to that, but it's just the elevation, right? It's like beforehand we had this drop and this was good and all, but now I'm adding a second drop, right? It's like we have a second mini cliff right here. The in between the yellow and red is gonna be like a wide open area. I don't know if it's. Oh boy, here we go. Um, yeah, it's like a wide open training area, I believe. Um, that's what I thought I remembered seeing. Um, yeah, that's not something to go with that. Oop. Um, and then down here is gonna be like the houses where there's this little like area outside of the yellow. Yeah, so I did another drop over there. It's about 5 blocks. That could change realistically. It doesn't really like if I need to add one more block drop to make it look good for decoration, I can. It'll affect gameplay a little bit, but not severely, not in a way that's like bad or like that I need to control. Something I did here is like this turn had a lot more open space over here. Like this, this is like 20 blocks that way, but I moved it back to like here, because if you look at yellow circle, like this was like within the yellow circle, right? And like I was like, oh yeah, I can just like indent into the wall or whatever. And but like I'm looking at it, I'm like, no one should be going out this far in a way. Make this raw season drivers like out here is already bad. Like all the way out here is already bad enough. At this point, you might as well like mow in a way, right? So I'm like, I think this is enough. This is pretty wide. So like in boat racing, this is still pretty wide right here. So I'm down for this, right? And I can also change the shape if I really want to like add more space specifically like out here, right? So it doesn't have to be like exactly like this curve. I can go like, heck, I can go like this, right? So like I just give them this edge a good amount, and then like I still have more space if I really want to, right? But for right now, I think this is fine. Yeah, so I did that, and then you'll notice this is elevated. Yeah, so here's the split. Here's staircase for one, and this is gonna be elevated. Like I was thinking. So like you're driving past, like you have like a wall right here, and like on top you have people driving through. I think it's just a cool concept. Like just like visually. And then there's also this route, which I originally I was thinking I was doing the staircase not right here, but rather like right here. But then I was like, well, what happens to the river? This would be like a river thing, right? One of the one of these. Oh, it looks really nice actually. Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, it's gonna be one of these kind of things, right? Just like a yeah. And then so I was like, well, what happens to that? So I was like, well, we can just like go under this route, right? So we can just keep descending downwards and like go under this, and this would be like a bridge, like this kind of thing. I don't know if it's gonna look exactly like this, because this has like a lot of like vertical area. I hope you guys can see it. I cut off a little bit here. I'll switch it back. There we go. So yeah, like if you see like there's a lot of like vertical area underneath the bridge. I don't know if I'm gonna have that much, because like if you see like this is a steady decline. So like at this point, over here is probably only be like 3 blocks of clearance. So it's not gonna be like that big, unless like definitely like unless I make it descend more, which is definitely an option, right? That's yeah. But yeah, then they meet up here. This is gonna be the one of the no boat util sections, so that if they bump, they because like if you look at this, I have the net bad luck effect, right? Like if I place a block, you can see I have it active, right? If I go into here, this doesn't help me. This doesn't get me out. I have to wait, and then it'll eventually, I think, pop me out, or not. Actually, no, it just doesn't. So that's very fun. Which means that yeah, if we did have boat util turned on here, one, driving like it would just be like luck if you actually got bumped or not. Like even like disregarding speed, you just go through them sometimes. That happens once I was testing Vapor Pop. And two, if you do get bumped out, then you just fall in here and you just lose. Like you get stuck. You have to leave your boat, and that's just not fun. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to turn off boat utils here for sure. That was like definitely like the number one thing for turning off boat utils. Another thing, honestly, similar problem here. If you fall in, you can't get out. And I'm like, dude, this is a koi pond, right? This is a koi pond. This is a pond of water. Like, we should be able to make it water, right? And like the original turn was water on the inside, right? Like several, this is a several one turn after the splits, right? Or taken from it. So like I'm like, there should be water here. I'm just gonna turn off boat utils here. Probably turn it off for this as well. I mean, I don't have to turn it off for here, but like if I'm gonna turn it off right here, I may as well just turn it off for in here as well. So like, I mean, I could relab it actually, but I mean, I don't know. At the very least, it should be off for this. Like, I could just say, like, I could just make a world guard region. Like, I could just like, do this. You know, go all the way around and like make it one giant region, and that's like the region that like takes away the boat utils effect. And like when you like leave, when you go onto the bridge, it gives it back. So like I can just tell the drivers, hey, like the Oasis is no boat utils zone, right? The Oasis and the tightrope both take away boat utils, right? Like I think it'd be easier than saying the cyberworld gimmick and then the Oasis plus right here. So I mean, in that case, I might just go ahead and do that. I might just like relab this, like make this not water pillars, even though this is the water tribe. You know, like it would make sense, like water bending. You know, like oh yeah, like wow, they push you up or whatever, right? I mean, okay, like if the effect is off, you know, like normal water pillars, right? It'd be like oh yeah, water bending, yeah, but like thematically it makes sense, but like I think gameplay wise, it's just gonna be like why is it off here? Right? Yeah. So I think yeah, just labbing it out is something I should do. But yeah, so here's the plan. Yeah, I don't exactly know. Like I know what I have to do, but I don't know what I want to do. And also like I'm pressured by my mom to like work, and my job is only giving me 12 hours this week, and I'm like, what the fuck? That's the lowest number of hours I've ever worked before in a week. Like, what the fuck? And I think she wants me to do like 40, so like I'm doing Uber Eats, or like I'm gonna probably do Uber Eats, and like, you know, I'm just like procrastinating from doing that today. I already took yesterday off, so like, yeah. So I have that stress, and I also just like, don't know what I want to do right now. So I might just go do that. In other news, Alessandro looked in the admin chat, in the Off Season 2 admin chat, and saw Kratzy's picture of like the Off Season 3 logo, or and he's all like, well, what the fuck? So that's cool. So that's very cool. Yeah. So now, because we thought we got a green light, and I wanted Kratzy to confirm that we have a green light, but it's looking like we don't have a green light, so that is very cool. So we're gonna have to talk about that. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, so this is gonna be houses. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do here. Maybe the gates or something. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, like here's like the training for that area, I think, and then. Yeah, water pond thing. We're gonna have the ice walls. It's not gonna be like the whole circle. Like this half of the circle is probably gonna get cut off by like iceberg walls. So it's only gonna be like this part of the circle is actually like a circle. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording right now. Thank you for. Oh yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Pit lane entry. Right. So what I did was I adjusted it a little bit. So here's what it looks like right now. Yeah, and then yeah, okay. So a few things. One, I added the center line, so it helps you see a little bit earlier. I can actually maybe go like this. So you can like really see where you're going. Yeah, that might actually be good. Maybe even like this kind of thing. And like outline the edges even more. Like, it doesn't have to go this far out, but like maybe just to, like, show the edges. I might remove this there. I like make it not so excessive, but yeah. Like, instead of going out this far, maybe go like this far or something. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I did that. Had the center line. I also, so this used to be like one more blue ice and then the mud and then the wall on each side. So it used to be a little bit wider, but due to size constraints, I made them smaller so they fit just barely within this within the yellow circle, right? And then yeah, I also had this giant off-road thing. I actually haven't like driven through all of it. I don't even know how like painful it is. Because if it's really painful, I might just like not make it as big. Oh no, that's pretty fine. Yeah, that's fine. They also added the I changed the iron bars to this. It's like icy, right? And thank you for saying the yep. Yeah. So so now you can't drive over it essentially, because if it was one, then you can just do that, and that's just not the point. The point is that you have to drive between them, right? So like you're guaranteed to go on to like the middle blocks, because like if these weren't here, then you could do this and then like like miss the blocks and you have to go backwards, and it's just easier to like define like where they have to go, and yeah, that's what we did in Season 2. So yeah, that's why those are there. So another thing, if you keep boat utils on for inside the pit lane, then you could just like you can just do that. You can just go over someone, which I mean, Jolly would be like, yo, that's hilarious, keep it in. And I agree it's hilarious, but like it's also like, is that something we want? I haven't thought too hard about it, but like I'm like, is that something we want? I don't know. Because then that like changes how you think about pits. Like if you're playing behind someone, it's like, ooh, I get like extra bonus points. I get extra bonus time, right? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, and then the pit exit's probably going to be something. I don't know. It's a smooth 5, I think. Okay. Yeah, like stack it. I don't know what the pit delta is anymore. That's not enough. What am I doing? Yeah, something like that. Ooh. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, then like when I leave, I haven't actually driven out yet. I haven't done this yet. Yeah, that's fine. So the reason why I put it right here instead of like, because like if you look at this, right, you have so much more space over here to like spread out the grid slots and stuff, and like just do all this. And, like you don't have to worry about like compressing like right here, because like you need to like slow them down before they enter into the pit lane, to the pit boxes, right? So like you don't have that much space to work with. Why do them up here? Because you could just, if you're driving, you could just do this and jump into the pits, right? And like I could add like a wall here, right? Like an ice wall, and so like the waterbenders created the ice wall because they created the ice wall because middle finger, fuck you. We could say that, but I think it looked bad. Like I want to say that I'm someone who like super only prioritizes gameplay first and then decorations, but like stuff like this happens where I'm like, I'm gonna make the gameplay a little bit worse to make the decor better, and like that's shit, right? Like for instance, like over here, like this isn't that big of an impact, as no one should be going out all the way over here anyway. But like I gave them I made the road thinner, just because decoration, right? Like stuff like that's gonna happen. I don't think sticking to only one is good. Like saying, okay, I'm super only actually going to prioritize gameplay first and then decoration afterwards. Because then like your decoration might just be not good, right? But like I don't think you should go super far the other side. Like decoration is the only thing that matters, and then make the track afterwards, right? Because then your track might just end up like shit, and then people are gonna. The shitty thing is people are gonna see your great track decor, and you're gonna be like, yo, this is so great, awesome, yes, this is a great track. You're an awesome track builder. You're amazing, even though it's a shit track. But they just think they see good track decor and they're like totally skewed. Like yeah, like don't get me wrong, good track decor is good, but like it's not like people. I think it's overvalued at sometimes. But yeah, so that's a pit entrance. Yeah, I'll have to figure something out. But yeah, I think next up is going to be drafting up the floor, like figuring out what like the floor heights are going to be. It's just like this is gonna be fat. I can just do like a fill command and probably or something, like a set for a fill command to do a fill command and make this all flat, right? And then like label where some of the totems are gonna be and stuff or whatever, right? Is that a 3, 2, 1? Oh my god, 3, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Oh my god, ew. But yeah, I can like start figuring out the floor, especially like right here. Like, do I make all of like this height snow? Because then it goes over to this side, and like I have to like, figure out like how wide the river's gonna be, like how much water's gonna be on the outside of here, and like etc. 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 Yeah. So yeah. Just figure out like where the floor's gonna be, right? Because like we know we need like floor around here, or probably we can actually just make this a wall. I'm not entirely sure yet. And then like I'm just figure that out, and then like after like we have like the terraforming floor, then we add the buildings and we add the decor to the mini cliffs, etc. We finish the temple. Because yeah, like I said, like this is all we need at the temple right now. We just need to know like how big it is and like what like the general shape is. That general shape that directly interacts with the or like that interacts with the track, right? Like for instance, we can't make it wider than this because it would go onto here. Like the pillar would go onto the track, or I'd have to remove the pillar, right? Which is also an option, but like I have to like figure that out now, and then like later I could decorate it better. But like yeah, it's low poly, just general idea right now, just so we can get like because I think honestly one of the harder parts of building and decorating is like figuring out where everything's gonna be. Like you have to be like, okay, so like this is the game plan. I'm gonna have houses over here. This is what it's gonna look like, etc. The detailing part, you should like look at tutorials and have your friend do it, help you, and take your time with that. But like the hard part, or I think one of the hard parts, is just figuring out like where everything's gonna go and like planning that out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I think yeah, probably the first part of that is like floor plan, and then I can mark out like where the buildings are gonna be and stuff, how tall they might be, etc. And then we can start detailing. I think in doing the floor plan, I'm also gonna probably want to label the and maybe even make the giant ice walls. Just because so that I can get a general idea, because like it's gonna look a lot different when I add the ice walls. I think like look at this, look at this picture in the top right. Like it looks pretty different than if there were like no ice walls, right? So I think I should probably figure out the ice walls at some point. Yeah. I don't know how much further I'm gonna go over here, because like we have this giant wall over here. Like I think essentially what like we aren't going to this like here. Wait, let me. Right now we don't have like. Oh boy. I think everything's gonna be within like this area of the picture. Like we don't have any part of the track that I think is gonna go over here, like this fat area. So I'm wondering if we even should build this fat area, and then like also this wall, or if we should just like not. I think we should, but I don't think it should be super high effort. I think it should probably just be like low poly, or not even low poly. Just like okay, but like don't like decorate inside the houses, and don't like take too long in it because we have another track to build, and yeah, you also have to spend 40 hours a week earning money apparently, and yeah. Alright, anyways. But yeah, so I think that's gonna be the game plan. Yeah, thank you for watching. I'm gonna go. I either continue working on this or go figure out Uber Eats stuff, because like God just wants to have a meeting in about an hour, 45 minutes, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.